My body is a cage that keeps me from dancing with the one I love. My mind holds the key. My body is a cage that keeps me from dancing with the one I love, but my mind holds the key. I'm standing on a stage of fear and self-doubt. It's a hollow play, but they'll clap anyway. My body is a cage that keeps me from dancing with the one I love. My mind holds the key. My mind holds the key. My mind holds the key. I'm living in an age that calls darkness light. Though my language is dead, still the shapes fill my head. I'm living in an age whose name I don't know. Though the fear keeps me moving, still my heart beats so slow. My body is a My body is a cage. We take what we are given. Just because you've forgotten doesn't mean you're forgiven. I'm living in an age that screams my name at night. But when I get to the doorway, there's no one in sight. I'm living in an age that realize I am dancing with the one I love, but my mind holds the key. You're standing next to me. My mind holds the key. Set my spirit free. set my spirit free, set my body free, set my body free, set my body free.
My body is a cage that keeps me dancing with the one I love. My mind holds the key. That's Peter Gabriel. Those who don't know. They took so long to go to the next grade. Now see, they still ain't fixed the update. I understand undeniably great with the gift of intelligence, everlasting, professionally accounting currency, and numerous options. It is me, Huggie Pacino. Welcome to another live. As I still sit here trying to connect my chat room to my next screen delay. Here we go. Boom. Copy. Slowing me up. Okay, now it appears when I copy. Okay, so when I copy, it pops right up. Now I understand that. That makes sense. But I wish I knew that a long time ago. A very long time ago. Okay, now we got that. Happy Birthing People Day. It was argued over the weekend. Oh, we got to put this on. By a Democratic congresswoman, a black one, argued that Mother's Day shouldn't just be the name of the holiday. It should be called Birthing People or Birthing Persons Day. I want to say that women, if you don't get it by now, you better start paying attention. When you see people like me and you see black men on YouTube, social media, what I'm just, when you see black men on YouTube, if you know they have good intentions with their opinions about you and what we expect from you, you better start paying attention, because there's this thing called the left who don't give a damn about who you are. Know what up? Because they're slowly pushing you out of the way to where you won't even matter. I said this about a couple years ago, and I'm going to keep saying it. It's only a matter of time before you start being replaced. It's a slow process, but it takes a lot of time. I like to remind you that there was once upon a time a thing called the Civil Rights Movement, and feminism has came in decades ago, and all you gotta do is pay attention to today, and look where we are. Single motherhood is at a rampant rate. It's almost at 80%. Black communities are failing. They are declining. We have become so far at the bottom that it's sad. Now, we like to pretend that everything is okay, but remember, there are people who are in the projects with nothing to eat who tell you that's great. No, it isn't. Because I know what it's like to struggle growing up from the hood. I know what it's like to live in the projects. I know what it's like to live with no food, where you barely have food to eat. And that's not good. And I don't want to look at my kid and say, well, if it was good enough for me, then it's good enough for you. No, it isn't. Now, I didn't want to take all day. Alan Crooks, easy work for him. What I wanted to show y'all is that I ran across this article, and I couldn't avoid not talking about it. But But what perfect day to talk about it than Mother's Day? So, once again, let me put my chat over here. Y'all got to update this Xsplit. Y'all got to do better than this. There we go. Now, Kane, what up? Birthing People Day. Cori Bush debates rage until Mother's Day weekend. Alright? Now, I'm going to keep telling you, pay attention to the idea that this is a congresswoman who is a Democrat and she's a black woman. There was no white woman that said this shit. There was no white man that said this. There was no black man that said this. It was a black woman. So, I want that same energy toward that woman for making this an argument that we make Mother's Day out to be Birthing People's Day. I want to also add that women, mainly black women, have tried to shit on Father's Day and try to say that Happy Mother's Day to Father's Day. You see how y'all played the game and don't get that at the end of the day, masculinity has been under attack. Masculinity is damn near becoming obsolete. People like myself do not get heard. I go into the workplace, a lot of people do not respect my broad approach, my direct approach, the way I speak, the way I talk. They don't like that. They want your mama's boys. I'm not a mama's boy. I'm going to say it again. I'm not a mama's boy. I'm a father's man. And this attitude that I have is from my father, not my mom. What I do with my hands and how I take care of my household, how I clean and how I organize and things of that nature, that's what my mom taught me. But when it comes down to what comes out of my mouth, from my father. But y'all shit on that holiday. You know, you shit on men. So look at what the domino effect has done. You gotten too big for your britches to wear. Now they're replacing mothers. Now, of course, you say it's just a holiday, right? Not a big deal. Well, this is the start of it. See, maybe y'all don't pay attention to what they say about you have these trans and these men who think they're women and women think they're men. You know, y'all go along with the program. I don't. If it has a penis, it's a male. If it has a vagina, it's a woman. Even if it was born with that. We're not playing these games. Male and female are genders. Man and woman is responsibility. And ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. No. We don't play those games. Sexuality is one thing. Like who you like. Love who you love. Fuck who you want to fuck. Make love to whoever you want to make love to. Angie, what up? Politics as usual, what up? So, here we go. An online debate sparked by Missouri Democratic Congresswoman Cori Bush calling women birthing people has raged on into Mother's Day weekend. On Thursday, Bush drew praise and criticism after she used the term birthing people. Birthing people. Joy, Ja, Flaw, what up? I'm gonna try not to read the chat. Let's get to it, because I don't want to be here all day. To describe mothers during a speech in Congress. I sit before you today as a single mom, as a nurse, as an activist, congresswoman, and I am committed to doing the absolute most to protect black mothers. To protect black babies. To protect black birthing people. To save lives, she said. Later that day, Bush repeated the term in a tweet. Every day, black birthing people and our babies die because our doctors don't believe our pain, she wrote. We're gonna play this to let you hear what she said, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm making a rumor. What up, Joy?
St. Louis, and I thank you, Chairwoman Maloney and Congresswoman Kelly, for your leadership in convening this all-important hearing. It is an honor to join my sisters in service, Congresswoman Presley, Underwood, and Adams, as part of today's panel. I sit here before you as a mother, a single mother of two. Zion, my eldest child, was born at 23 weeks gestation versus what is considered a normal pregnancy at 40 weeks. When I was early in my pregnancy with him, I didn't think that there could even be a possibility that there could be a complication. I became sick during my pregnancy. I had hyperemesis gravidarum, which was serious.
Okay. I was going to just let her talk. Every woman alive knows. If you don't know, pregnancies are in 3 stages: during, labor, and then after labor. There's a possibility of you dying in 3 stages. What woman in this chat room gonna disagree with that? Who's gonna disagree with what I just said? There's a possibility of dying during, labor, and after labor. Anywho.
Severe nausea and vomiting. I was constantly throwing up for the first 4 months of my pregnancy. Around 5 months, I went to see my doctor for a routine prenatal visit. As I was sitting in the doctor's office, I noticed a picture on the wall that said, "If you feel like something is wrong, something is wrong. Tell your doctor." I felt like something was wrong, so that's what I did. I told my doctor. I told her that I was having severe pains, and she said, "Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Go home, and I'll see you next time." So that's what I did. I went home. 1 week later, I went into preterm labor. At 23 weeks, my son was born. 1 pound, 3 ounces. His ears were still in his head. His eyes were still fused shut. His fingers were smaller than rice, and his skin was translucent, a black baby. Translucent skin. You could see his lungs. He could fit within the palm of my hand. We were told he had a 0% chance of life. The chief of neonatal surgery happened to be in the hospital that morning and saw my case on the surgical board, and she decided to try to resuscitate him. It worked, and for the first month of his life, Zion was on the ventilator fighting to live. For 4 months, he was in the neonatal care unit. The doctor who delivered my son apologized. She said, "You were right, and I didn't listen to you. Give me another chance." 2 months later, I was pregnant again, so I went back to her. At 16...
2 months later, you didn't think, let me chill out, because I already got a baby that's going through a possible death. And it's all right. Right? Now, what time did she mention anything about suing that doctor? But I digress. Let's continue.
I went for an ultrasound at the clinic and saw a different doctor who was working that day. I found out again I was in preterm labor. The doctor told me that the baby was going to abort. I said, "No, you have to do something." But he was adamant, and he said, "Just go home. Let it abort. You can get pregnant again because that's what you people do." My sister Kelly was with me. We didn't know what to do after the doctor left.
Right.
So we saw a chair sitting in the hallway. My sister picked up the chair and she threw it down the hallway. Nurses came running from everywhere to see what was wrong.
The hell?
A nurse called my doctor and she put me on a stretcher. The next morning, my doctor came in and placed a cerclage on my uterus, and I was able to carry my baby. My daughter, my angel, who is now 20 years old, my son, who was saved, is now 21 years old. This is what desperation looks like, that chair flying down a hallway. This is what being your own advocate looks like. Every day, black women are subjected to harsh and racist treatment during pregnancy.
Don't pull that R word. Don't do that. Do not pull the R word. Not the R word. Because you had the opportunity to do something about the first time. And remember, you said it was a black woman. No, I take that back. She said it was a woman though, right? But maybe it was a white woman. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did she say it was a black woman that delivered her baby, or was it a woman in general? I probably misunderstood that. But don't pull the racist word. Because if that was the case, it was racist the first time you did it, now here come the second time. But this is a congresswoman, right?
Pregnancy and childbirth. Every day black women die because the system denies our humanity. It denies us patient care. I sit before you today as a single mom, as a nurse, as an activist, and as a congresswoman, and I am committed to doing the absolute most to protect black mothers, to protect black babies, to protect black birthing people, and to save lives. Thank you, and I yield back.
What old girl said, EDP video. I need water. Hold on. So, as we continue, critics of Bush birthing people remarks claim that the term is derogatory and reduces the function of women to merely childbirth. On the other hand, proponents argue that the gender neutral rewind selector, gender neutral, what up, Milk, is inclusive of trans people who have been disenfranchised in society. Disenfranchised. Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace of South Carolina tweeted, get ready for this, a Republican. This is why I always said, regardless of both parties, Democrats lost. The Republican people at least are 1 foot in and 1 foot out of belief in the government. At least I can respect them. Listen to this. Birthing people, you mean women or moms? The left is so woke, they're stripping from women the one thing that only we could do. Leave it to libs, as liberals, to botch highlighting an important issue people in both parties can agree on by catering to the fringes. Actress Rose McGowan tweeted, birthing people, I'm empathetic to your painful and unfairly traumatic experience, Cori Bush. But why are you smearing bio women to virtue? Signal to trans women. Why can't we rise together? Your language is creepy. You are gaslighting. What you're doing is dangerous. Hashtag them cults. Now, with that being said, that is gaslighting. When we hear this word all over YouTube, people be saying words that don't mean shit. It is gaslight. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation. That's what it is. There'll be no manipulation at all. And people be saying, you're gaslighting. I'll be like, we're just disagreeing. It's not gaslighting. Anywho, on the other hand, NERL, Pro-Choice American, a nonprofit that opposes restrictions on abortion, praised Bush. See where this is going? Praised Bush and explained, when we're talking about birthing people, we're being inclusive. It's that simple. You see what they do? We use gender neutral language when talking about pregnancy because it's not just just a cisgender women that can get pregnant and give birth. Reproduction freedom is for everybody. I'm gonna repeat that. Reproductive freedom is for everybody. I want to stop right there. There's not a man alive in the world that can force a woman to keep her baby if she's pregnant. But reproductive freedom is for everybody. Think about it if I was a man that was able to give birth and a woman was in a relationship with me. Let's just say hypothetically. I'm a man about to give birth and a woman is in a relationship with me. Could she tell me I could have an abortion? How does that work? I'm curious. Is this just mainly for... that's another video. I was going to do that for another video, but we'll save that for when I got time to do that one. In the meantime, American physician Eugene Ju wrote, transgender men have become pregnant and given birth. Human beings with 46XY karyotype, I think I said that right, what we both consider to be genetically male, have become pregnant and given birth. The term birthing people is not only inclusive, but it's also scientific. Sex and gender exist on a modal spectrum. A modal spectrum, I'm sorry. In the hours leading up to Mother's Day, the debate continued on Twitter with some users calling the holiday Birthing People's Day or Birthing Persons Day and others condemning the phrase. Happy Birthing Persons Day to all the strong independent birthing people out there. Tomorrow the last Mother's Day. From then on, it's Birthing People Day. Women is so anti-feminist and inappropriate. It's Birthing People and Happy Birthing Day tomorrow to all those birthing people out there. Writer Lowell Cohen tweeted, according to some silly people on the far left, mothers no longer are mothers. They are birthing people. So in honor of Sunday, happy Birthing People's Day. Good grief. Happy Birthing People Day. Dumb Dems try to cancel the word mother. They can't cancel the word mother. The Dems use it too much. Too much with the F word. Is that the F word or F word? Because it's on my screen. It looked like, oh, it's because I got the cursor right there. F word. I could, because I had it sitting like right there. I couldn't see if it was a word or word. Let me put it out the way. F word. You do know the F word is right. Father. I find it interesting that people who embrace the term Happy Birthday Day and Happy Persons Day instead of Happy Mother's Day, because it feels more inclusive to them. To them are excluding all adopted mothers who don't give birth to their children. Oops. Newsweek reached out to Bush for comment. The story be updated with a response, and I just thought that was a hilarious picture where she has a mask on that says "Good Trouble," and then has a shirt on that says "Black Lives Matter." A Democratic black woman. So this is what you get for rejecting masculinity, for rejecting Father's Day to be first, for rejecting men to be in the front, because this is what happens when you let women control the world or control the population, control the race. Now you don't have to like it, but do you like this? Because this is just the start. This is just the start. In the next 30 years, black women will be down here, and you'll have trans women up here. Just give it time. You know, kind of like, I'm pretty sure there were people who thought back then the civil rights movement with the feminist movement would eventually ruin black man, woman, and child. And eventually that's what happened. It just took a little time. This is not the 60s no more. It is 2021. And it's only going to get worse. Miss Ella Casey, what up? With that being said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, whether you have adopted or not, because I do believe in that. With that being said, this has nothing to do with gender. If you have a child, if you adopted a child, I can respect you being a mother on that note. So no, that's not an argument. The argument now is that you want to remove the word mother because you want to make it gender neutral. Now remember, I want you to think about that the next time you apply yourself to all these terms. As I said before, man and woman is responsibility, and male and female are the only genders. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Pretty girls to the dance floor and ugly girls to the parking lot. Immediately. We'll leave y'all with Joe Jackson stepping out. Thank y'all for tuning in to this quick live. Checking out. Hey, Black Tablecloth.
So tired of all the darkness in our lives, with no more angry words to say can come alive. Get into a car and drive to the other side.
Do not laugh at Joe Jackson. This is a hit. This is one of the greatest songs ever made. Stepping Out by Joe Jackson. Don't play no games. Our time.
We'll leave the TV and the radio behind. Don't you wonder what you'll find stepping out tonight? Like a child, and in a yellow taxi, turn to me and smile. We'll be there in just
Hey, Flaw. If you follow me. Hey, Black Tablecloth. They don't know about this. Yes, Helen Casey, the 80s is the best music ever. That's the best generation of music ever. We not debating that. Look, wait till I hit the road. When I hit the road, y'all hear nothing but 80s music. Y'all be like, what the fuck is he on? And I know all the words. Y'all be like, I thought this dude was just really a hip hop head. Like, nah, I listen to everything. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. To the next broadcast, we'll be casting broads, checking in and checking out. Happy Mother's Day to all the women and the guys who think they women. Y'all kiss my ass.